Good morning. I did a video earlier. I posted it on Instagram, and that's where I did the live video. The reason why I did the live video is because I have been sharing uh, Kamigoya SeaWorld, which is in Japan. Okay. uh, I love orcas. What can I say? They are very beautiful, very strong mammals. Um, which puts me in mind of Free Willy. When that movie first came out, there was a big controversy with a lot of the kids about Free Willy. And the name of the orca was actually Kiko. The controversy was that the children wanted him set free, and they tried to do that. It didn't work out so well. He was used to humans feeding him, which would be the trainers at the SeaWorld, as well as human touch. Unfortunately, Kiko died December 12th in 2003. Sorry, my dog's moving around. He actually died from pneumonia, and it was sad. He found his home in the Norwegian Bay in Norway. He loved the people there, and they loved him as well. I do support animal activists in the fact that they should be set free. Unfortunately, a lot of the orcas now have been born at the facilities at the SeaWorlds. It's sad but true, and they really don't know how to hunt for their food. Like I said, they've been born there at these facilities. I would like to raise awareness if I could, and it's not anything against Japan. I enjoy watching the videos, but at the same time, I have learned through anonymous resource that one of the whales has been injured twice, and that's not all that they've been through. They've endured quite a bit. I wasn't real sure about if one of their calves died there or what. However, Lara, I'm very concerned about Lara. I was given a video where she was laying at the bottom of the tank on her side. That is not customary for them to do so. Anyone in the right mind would know that. No, she wasn't sleeping. They don't sleep at the bottom of their tanks nor out in the ocean because they would drown. It's boredom is what it is. It's depression and boredom. I was brought to attention 20-something trainer errors at one of the facilities. I don't think it was Kamigoya, but I did notice this. I think some of their trainers were in some of these videos. As much as I love to watch them, and as much as I love them, if a orca is being injured, and one has been injured twice in these tanks because they're too small, then there's a problem. And I think that it should be addressed. And, I don't... The bottom line is, if you can spend money to go and watch these beautiful animals in captivity, then you can charter a boat and you can go out there and watch them in the wild, where they're happy, a lot happier than where they are right now. I don't know what there is to do about it. I know they have several whales. I know that pods have 8 or more in a pod. My best thought would either be to put them all together as a pod, because they're familiar with each other in these facilities, and teach them like the people did Norway. It really wasn't their fault. They did a outstanding job. They really did do an outstanding job with Kiko. It's just unfortunate. He was just so in love with humans. He loved humans. And it's all that he'd really ever known. So it would be tough with these because they seem to be very used to humans, but they are showing a lot of just sporadic abnormal behavior. I watched, like I said, some of those videos. And I feel like that, even though I feel like they wouldn't hurt their trainers, I don't feel like that it's a far off thought that they might, because they do get tired. My only other suggestion would be, since they're right on top of the ocean, and that would go with the dolphins too, they both deserve, obviously, the world, since they provided a service for so many decades to humans, which we don't deserve. They've got plenty of money. They're very intelligent. Their technology is way past what we have. I would suggest a 3-mile wraparound out into the ocean and back around to the facility. If they can't turn them loose, they need to allow them. And I mean, they need to be able to come up for air. And if that means, you know, building a special, and it probably would take billions of dollars. I'm sure it would. But I think that's a small price to pay, considering that they're your moneymaker. A lot of people may not agree with that, and I don't expect anyone to agree with that choice. I really don't. I'm just trying to come up with a compromise that might, at least save their lives. And that's all that I'm trying to do, is reach out to the general public and bring them aware of the situation. You love to watch these whales. You love them. I love them, and I hate to see them, mistreated. And I don't say that they intentionally mistreat them. I don't know that. I only see what they want me to see, which is on video. And that's you can take anything, at face value when it comes to videos. Anything is at face value. When you're watching a video, you need to know that is at face value. They're not going to show you the bloopers or the blunders or anything else. They only want you to see what's perfect, a perfect image. And we all know that. Right now, I don't have my perfect image. I've been sick. I've had food poisoning, but and I don't mind. This isn't about my perfect image. This is about the right thing to do. And I'm really surprised, Kiko really affected the hearts of many, 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 many children out there who are probably grown now or at that age. And I would hope that they hadn't forgotten that. Or the parents as well, whose children fought for him to be set free. But, Russia has them. Russia's very hard to deal with. But, we fight for our freedom each and every day. We fight for our freedom, and who's going to fight for their freedom? I stand for a lot of things, and I say what's on my mind. I do. I have no problem telling anybody what I think at any given time. I will speak the truth, and if I don't know the truth, I'll look it up. And it's fair to say, like I said, I've seen, where the whales drop them in the water. They don't attack them, but I watched one person flung, you know how they go up and they let them jump up on the ledge. I watched one fling their trainer. I mean, fling through the air. So, you know, these are subtle hints. Subtle hints. Now, I don't know if this trainer was hurt or not. I'm sure it didn't feel good, but you know, when a whale is dropping you or taking you in the air and coming down and just dropping you in the water, you know, and not really performing, then there's a problem. And it's not, it's the problem is they're tired. They don't want to do that, you know, and it's sad. But eventually, if you don't listen to the warning signs, then there could be a severe consequence to that. And that's the next step is hurting someone. And it don't say it can't happen because it did in Orlando in the 80s with Dawn, with Telecom. I'm sure we all remember Telecom. I have read a lot about that situation. It's unfortunate, but they're just, it's time to move on to something else. It's time to move on. I mean, yes, it's wonderful, but there are charter boats. Alaska has a ship that takes you out. You get to see the big, you know, humpback whales. You get to see all those beautiful whales in the wild. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can visit these whales, and to where no one has to get hurt, or the whales, as a matter of fact. I'm just asking people to, you know, think about it. You know, I'll when you're flinging a trainer in the air up on to their where they're supposed to just be sat up and land, but you're flinging them, there's a problem. And I'm telling you, it's not the whale's fault. They have been in captivity for I don't know how long and done the same tiresome tricks over and over and over and over. You know, being used as logs, you know, when they sit there and do their feet like they're in the water doing the lumberjack tricks. I mean, I guess they do get tired of it. Oh, who wouldn't? Um, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to the sea worlds. I became very fond of the whales at Kamagoya. But I'm also concerned about the mishaps that I've been chosen to see. But um, I certainly wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. It's something that needs to be looked into. It really does. And as far as SeaWorld in America, they can shut every one of them down as far as I'm concerned because there's whales right now and dolphins that are left in tanks by themselves, shut down, but they're still there. That is animal cruelty, no matter how you slice and dice it. And I want to know why the government, for God's sakes, our own damn government, doesn't put a stop to this shit. There's no reason for those animals to be stuck in a tank that and just be ignored like they're not even there. That's bullshit, and you know it. I have never in my life been so ashamed of the way that we do things around here. I really am. I am, you know, so what if that makes me seem non American? Well, I'm certainly not going to bite my tongue about a lot of things that I think that we're doing wrong in this country. A lot of things are being done wrong in this country, and I don't give a damn who likes it. I will tell it like it is because I was not raised that way. Unisex bathrooms. Bull crap. It should be men and women. Don't you know that pedophiles use that as a means to get to children? I mean, it just the list goes on and on of the things that we are so stupid to do. And I don't care to say it. I surely don't. If you have a problem with it, you can look me up. I'm Rebecca Teasley. I have no problem arguing the fact. I mean, I don't. And if you got a problem with it, we can work it out. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless you. That's all I have to say. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.